from Miss Rita to the rescue, here for today's Cricut Chat. Good morning. I don't see anybody commenting yet. Sometimes it takes a second for it to pop in. Oh, taking a little bit longer than that. Hey, so good morning. I'm just going to start talking because I don't know if I'm going to see any chat people. So say hi if you are on either Facebook or YouTube so I can tell that you guys can hear me. Hi. There's Michelle and Leslie, Gail. Okay. Hi, Ardeen. How are you? Um, there's Colleen and Penny. Are you back, Penny? Are you back from the hospital or are you still in the hospital? Good morning, Vicky and Sherry. There's Dawn. Happy Tuesday, Elizabeth. And Daryl is here today. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle, and Elizabeth, and who else? Loretta. Did I say Loretta? You're good. Okay, good. Wonderful. There's Shirley, Laura, and who else we got? Leslie, Sandra. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you, Sandra? There's Brenda and Stephanie Calloway. Good morning. So this morning, Tuesday, um, I just forgot something. Hold on just a second. So this morning, Tuesday, is just another day Cricket Chat. No. Of course, we're going to, hi, Cheryl. We're going to make a card. So I have a little story about this card and also wanted to show you. Oh my God. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I cut my finger yesterday so badly with a brand new knife that I just thought, I just could feel it go and I was trying to cut onions, so my sister was upset because she came over to make sauce and I couldn't cut onions. I figured I'd cut the onions and then I slit my finger, almost took it all off. Yeah. Anyway, so it still hurts and it bled. I probably should have gone to the hospital, but I was like, nah, I can survive without a thumb. But you know what? You really can't. You really can't. You gotta take care of your fingers because it really makes you, like, even doing things like washing your hair and stuff becomes difficult if you don't have fingers. So certain fingers anyway. But anyway, I'm here and that's all that's important. So look, I wanted to make this card, and this card went through several iterations, and I wanted to tell you about it because I've looked at this card and I've always thought, oh, it's so cute. I really want to make it. And so I did make it exactly the way that it was shown. But I'm so irritated right here when you fold, and I did a really nice fold, but you see how this comes up here? Like this. And then of course I didn't like it. So I started to get in there with my glue and I was like, oh, okay. And then whoop, then I spilled glue all over it and I thought this is terrible. So even though it's a really cute card, I did not like the first iteration. So then I went back and decided, I'm going to do what I usually do and take the back off of the front of this card. And this is the way that it came out, which looks great in the front, but look in the back, it doesn't match. So I was like, what do I do here? So what I decided to do, throw all this away and use this brown as a layer. Okay. And then add a separate layer here. There is the white layer. The reason why this doesn't seem so great is that, believe it or not, this is what's called medium weight cardstock, but it's really flimsy and I prefer something a little bit heavier. And so I decided that I was just going to take this entire thing and put it on this card, and that way it will look, for me anyway, it looks better. I did also finish it up with some, look at that, sparkly red. This is not iron-on, it's vinyl. I'll show you how to cut it. It's a smart vinyl. So just wanted to tell you that this here is it was a labor of love, let's call it that. Yesterday, have you ever had those days where you're just like, you want to do something, but it's like everything is wrong. Everything is going wrong. Like you didn't, you're whatever. And so, yeah, that's what happened to me yesterday. I don't know. It's just kind of an odd day. Anyway, so let's have a look at this card. But before we do, wanted to tell you something. We're hitting all kinds of goals. And although we don't really have a goal in Cricut community, but I wanted to show you here. Here's my profile. You can access your profile just by going up here, right up here, this triple line. It's called the hamburger icon. So click on that, and then you'll see next to your beautiful face, which I hope you populated with a picture. But if you haven't, you can put anything you want in there. You can see here it says view profile. So I'm going to hit view profile. And the goal that we met is, look over here, 1,400 followers. Woo, woo, woo. That happened overnight. That's so cool. Let's see who's following us now. Let's see the people that are following us now. Oh, we got Jennifer, Norma. Hi, Norma. Hi, Amber. There's Nancy, which I was already following Nancy. Tracy, Vivian, Shiban, Tanya, and Janet, and they're added to the other people who are following me. And some people, they don't replace their picture, but that's okay. I just want to show you how you would change it in case you want to be part of the community. So the Cricut community is free, okay, and it's full. It keeps getting fuller, fuller, fuller with people who are sharing their projects, sharing their images, and it's just really a lot of fun. So I want you to get in on it, okay? So if you want to, you can edit your profile right under your picture. If you don't have a picture, you can edit it just by clicking on that, and you can replace the image. I don't need to replace the image. I like that picture of myself. But look here, I can also replace the image that's in the background by clicking on there. And then if I want to just edit my profile in general, I can click on the thing below my name that says edit profile, and I can make it public or private. This is where some people don't want to be part of the community, so they just want to be private, and that's okay. And you can follow me if you're private mode. You don't need to and I'll try to follow you back, but not sure if I don't know if that works. I got to check. Anyway, so this is my profile, and as you guys know, if you follow me in the Cricut community, I will follow you back. That's the first thing. And second, I may pick your name. Every Friday I pick a name, and each name that I pick, the person will receive a Cricut cutie, which are these cute, if you've never seen them before, they're these really cute inspirational tokens. They say Cricut on the back, and they come in all different colors. And I decided that I was going to, kind of thin out my cutie hoard. I have a lot of them, and I just don't have the space to put them all in. So I'd rather spread the love and give them out to people. And I decided to do that by giving them away once a week. And you'll also get a few other things that are hanging around in my studio. I say hanging around, but the thing is, my studio, I get so much product that that I can't possibly use it all. And so I have like a stash of all kinds of things, Cricut and non-Cricut alike. And so when I was cleaning out my studio, I said, oh, I'm going to make a pile just for people so I can use for my giveaway. So that's what I've done. And I want you to follow me so that maybe you could win this Cricut cutie. All right. So let's have a look at this card. So I really needed to change it up because it really did not come out the way that I wanted to. So I'm going to show you where to find it, and then I'm going to show you how I changed it up. So just the other benefit of Cricut community is that you can pick up other people's files. So here is this dear card, and I have made it public by going to there's the name after you've saved it, because you have to save it first. You would then come here and you would click this little toggle that says make public in design space. Okay. And then if you want to be of help to other people, you can add a description, which is what I did. And then don't forget the tags, because the tags are how they're going to pick people if, say, they're ever going to do a reindeer card. So I think reindeer. Yeah, I'm going to put reindeer instead of deer on my tag, and I'm going to save it. You can also add a picture. So let's add a picture for today's project, since I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to my photos on my computer. Let's hope that they're there. There's a picture of my poor little thumb. Okay, here we go. We'll use this one. And it takes a second or two for the picture to go in, and it comes up black for some reason at first, and then there's my picture, and save it. Now, just a point about this, if you want your projects to be live in the community and featured, because now Cricut's featuring some of the community projects, you do need a picture. Okay, so you could design the best looking card. If you don't cut it out and take a picture of it, it will never get featured in the community, and you won't get followers. And that's just the whole idea of the community. Okay, so there we go. That's how you do the detail page. That's called a detail page. Okay, so I'm going to save this, because I'm going to show you what I did to get there. So I'm going to go to images, and I am going to go to image sets. And this is a Rob and Bob card. So I'm going to type in Rob, and it's actually in this set called The Best of Rob and Bob. I don't think we're ever going to be done making stuff from this set. It's such a huge set. And there's just so many things here. So there you go. We've done so many already, but there's still more to do. I still even see 3 cards that I have in my lineup to make this year. So here is the oh dear one. So we're going to just click on that, and let's add it to the canvas. Now, I already went through all these iterations. So if you're wondering how I knew about this, is I had to make mistakes in order to come up with a good, uh, what I consider a good card. So the first thing I need to correct here is I can't have this fold like this, because see how it gaps? I don't like that. To me, it looks unprofessional. And then I went back and tried to glue it, and I got glue all over my card. So first thing I'm going to do, after I make this larger and hide this one. Let me hide this one. How do I know it's okay? There we go. All right, is I'm going to make it 10 by 7. That's the size I like. Now, that is called an A7 size, and you do not need to make it 10 by 7, which folded is 5 by 7. You could make it smaller. And yes, you could do this on the Joy, especially the way that I'm going to show you. Okay. But you'd have to make it smaller. You probably make it be yes, exactly, Loretta. Yeah, you'd have to make it smaller, maybe like an A2 size card. Okay. So let's ungroup it. Ungroup is right here. And let's have a look. So we've got, this is the brown card. This is the collar, I guess. What do they call it? Like I guess it's a collar. And then his shiny nose. Okay. So here we go. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these 2 cards that, hey, you guys, stop it. I'm going to turn these 2 cards that have a score line in it, and I'm going to take them off. Now, one thing that you're going to notice, I'm going to detach this. All right. Now, one thing you're going to notice about this card that makes it a little more challenging than um than the rest of them that we've done this to is that it has rounded corners. Okay, which I love rounded corners, but there's a few things you have to be aware of. Okay, um and that is you're going to go here to shapes. Now you're going to choose a rounded corner shape, which it's a square, right? So here's my rounded corner shape. They're right beside each other. I'm going to choose that one. Okay. Now I'm going to make this square 5 by 7. And let's have a look. 5 by 7. And I'm going to put it right here on my card. Now, I might make this base just ever so slightly bigger. And the reason being is I want to actually turn this shape into the actual front of the card. And I want the card base to actually be slightly bigger so that I will still get those corners. You see that? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to maybe make this just slightly more, just ever so slightly more. It's not going to make a difference in the final product, but I want those corners. So here I go. I'm going to take both of those. All right. And now I'm going to slice, which is something we do a lot. But instead of getting rid of the back end of this card, and all that, we're going to actually, okay, so we're going to move this. And remember, slicing is like cutting a like using making cookie cutouts, because you're taking basically your dough, and then you're taking your cutout and you're pressing it into the dough, and then what's left, all the stuff around it. So we have decided, look, here it came out perfect and with the rounded corners, so I can delete this one and keep this one. Okay. So that's step number 1. Now, step number 2 is I want to use this brown because look how it goes. It goes really well behind here. So the brown is for the eyes, mouth, and antlers. And then this sort of craft brown is for the rest. Okay. So how do I do that? So simple. Going to do this again. Actually, you could probably just keep this one. Make sure it is, let's unblock it. We're going to keep it and we're going to just make sure it is 10 by 7. Okay. So it's 10 by 7. And we're going to detach because I want to make sure that my scoring line is in the right place. So first, this is going to become the base of the card. So I'm going to turn it to white. And then I'm going to select these two pieces and I am going to do a line center because I want my my score line to be exactly in the middle. Once I've done that, I am going to I've done that and I'm going to go down here to attach. So now I have my base of my card, but I still need to remember I need that dark brown base. So I'm just going to actually take this one, duplicate it, change the color to dark brown. There's dark brown. And then I'm going to contour out the antlers and the eyes and the mouth. Now, what does that accomplish? Let's have a look. I hope it, we're going to turn this, make it, arrange it, send to the back, right? And then here we go. We've got our craft brown. And then over here is our top layer. And then over here, we're going to use a thicker kind of cardstock, right? So there you go. That's going to be the cardstock base. So let's add an inscription to this. We're going to go to text right over here. And I was like trying to think because the card says, oh dear. So I thought, what would you say? Oh dear. Like Christmas time is here, right? So that's what I decided. And then I put, hope you have a good one there. So let's just type that out. So it says, oh dear, Christmas time is here, exclamation point. Hope you have a good one. All right. I think I might actually put a space after the have. Okay. Now, clearly, this is not in the font that we want. Okay. I mean, it is really nice. What is the name of this font? Okay. It's called BFC Ball Game. BFC Ball Game. But if I don't want this font, I can go up and just click on the font name. And actually, I wrote down the font that I want to use. It's called, where is it? I wrote it down. Here. I think it's here. I think it's, what? What's going on? It's called BFC Cornbread Snacks. So here you see BFC and it's alphabetical. So I can scroll or I can type it in here if I wanted to. But while I'm scrolling, I get to look at all these other really cool fonts. And there it is, BFC Cornbread Snacks. So I'm going to click on that. And you see it changed it. Now, it has a writing aspect to this font, but you do need to make some changes, okay? And that is you have to come up here to operation, and instead of turning it as a basic cut, I'm going to choose draw. So I'm going to hit pen. Now you'll notice that it makes it like bubble letters. Well, then you're going to go to style and then choose writing. And now all of a sudden you have a writing font. A lot of people don't know this trick, but it's really important to know because then, if you don't like those bubble letters, which I actually do not like them. So I want to make sure that I pick a writing font with it. So I'm resizing it. Christmas time is here. Hope you have a good one. I think it looks really good at that size and also the placement. So I'm going to select this all and I'm going to hit attach. Now I'm ready to cut this this card, but I want to see how we have this red and this gold here for the neck. uh, I guess it's a collar. I didn't think reindeer were collars, but anyway, we'll do it. But I want to make sure that I'm going to use this. This is smart vinyl that is red shimmer. Okay. And there's what it looks like. It's going to look so cute for the nose. And so I'm going to use it in my machine. Now, remember, smart vinyl only works in the threes. It only works for the Maker 3 or the Explore 3. Smart Vinyl is made for those machines. They also do all the other stuff, which is what I did here. Let me show you how that works. So we're going to hit Make It. And then I'm going to make 2 copies of this card. And Loretta, I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these to give away, Loretta. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I created a new email address that you guys can send me messages to, and it will be just for the giveaways. And so I won't lose you in all of that spammy stuff that I get in my inbox and also other things. Because I've been giving away my Miss Rita to the Rescue email box, and I decided to add an email box called, all right, it's called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita at Gmail. Hey, you guys, stop it, please. So it's called Cricut. Stop. Thank you. Okay. He hears teddy bear bark and he has to bark behind it. You guys, stop. We're gonna have people complain again. Okay. So we're going to use the smart vinyl. I'm using my Maker 3. So what I'm going to do is when I'm in this stage where I haven't determined, I have to determine the project copies and all of that, I'm going to look for the mats that I'm going to turn into smart vinyl. So I have to do this part on this screen. So I'm going to go to material load type. So this is for the collars, the background of the collars. I'm going to choose without matte. And then I'm also going to go to the one that has the nose, and I'm going to turn that without matte. So you have to do this here. If you forget and you get to the third screen, what you have to do is if you hit continue and you realize, oh gosh, I didn't really, I wanted to use smart material for this file, whatever. Yeah, that's the email. That's the email, Loretta. So maybe we can test it today and have the winners email me at Cricut Chat with Miss Rita at gmail.com. I hope it's not too long. Is it too long? I don't know. Um, that is what she said. Yep, that's what I said. That's what she said. All right. So here you go. If you decide, oh my gosh, I totally spaced. Let's say from YouTube, let's do 4 from YouTube, and I'll see if I can find one from Facebook. Okay. I still have to fix that so that you can see them all. Anyway, so let's say I get here and I'm like, oh, wait a second. I didn't want to make this color smart material. You would have to cancel, right? And you hit cancel, but then you're back to the middle place and you can change it to with or without a mat. Okay. And then we hit continue, and then we can go ahead and cut it out. Now I've cut these out so many times that I don't need to show you how to cut all of these out, but I do want to show you how I cut out the smart vinyl. Okay. Oh, people complain about the pups. Yeah, they do. All right. So here's my smart vinyl. Now this is shimmer, and I'm going to do this red in the shimmer. So I need to go to browse all materials. Now you'll note that because I am using without a mat, my compatible materials show up here. So you have all materials, which are, these are phased out. So you could not choose one of these. Okay. Then you have your favorites, which I don't have the correct one. I want to do the shimmer. I don't have the favorite. So I'm going to choose compatible. And here you go. Smart vinyl at the bottom. It says shimmer. So we're going to choose that one. Hit done. And I'm going to just hit remember because I hate to have to redo it and everything. So that's what I'm doing. So let me bring you over to the machine so you can see how this cuts out so fast. Now, the thing about shimmer vinyl is um, it's a little bit difficult to get off from the from to like transfer. So what Cricut has done, which I just love, is that they've included a full sheet of strong grip transfer tape inside of this roll. I was actually surprised to see it. I don't know why, because they do think of things like that. And so there you go. It comes in there. I think with the very little that we're going to be cutting out, we can probably place these by hand, but I really appreciate that thought that's gone into it with Cricut. Okay. So let's go ahead and have this cut out. And while I cut this out, what else can I mention? If you like to be, okay. There you go. Okay. So Loretta's looking for winners, for people who want to receive the card. Perhaps I could, ask somebody who's on Facebook. Who's on Facebook? If anybody's on Facebook and wants to win this card, say me, and I will see that. And nobody else will see it, just the Facebook people will see it. So I'm cutting this all the way across. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use this side, but I'm going to just save it for scraps, because you can then, after you have these scraps, you can put this on a mat and cut it as if it were just non-smart vinyl. Okay, so I'm going to save it in my scrap box, and I'm going to put my shimmer vinyl away back into the box. I keep all my vinyl, all my smart vinyl, I should say, in the boxes because they have a tendency to unroll, and I don't like that. So this one has the smart tape in there, so I'm going to make it smaller, stick it in to there, and then back in the box so I can neatly store this. And I usually store it with this side facing out so I know what's in the box, but I've made this mistake too. All right. And let's come down here and put this all together. So Let's look at the vinyl first. Because look at all these I cut out. Oh my gosh, cut out so many. So the vinyl is, even though I added more to it, it's a little bit difficult. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little difficult to weed. So you need to be paying attention. So on this, I can see the cutout is, there's the nose and there is the leash. And then there's another leash and there's, or what do you call it? Collar? I don't know what I'm calling it. But all right. So here I've cut, and I'm going to start to see the shimmer has a very chrome like finish, and it just doesn't cut the exact same way. So I'm looking with my finger and also pushing down because I want that nose to come out. I did cut this on more, but I don't know. It just needs a little extra nudge from you, you know? So let's put this here and make sure I'm using my finger. So these cutouts before so you can't just like pull it off, unfortunately. But it doesn't take a lot to learn that. And there we go. There we go. Where's my nose? There it is. Okay. So, on this red piece, I have three, what? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Sorry, guys. So on this red piece, I have three like holes. And so those holes are, I guess, supposed to be like the jingle bells that they have around their neck. This is historically inaccurate. uh, I don't think they wear collars, but since we just have the reindeer head, they wanted to give it a little bit of fluff. And then I was thinking yesterday, how come Rudolph gets all the treatment? Like nobody wants to do Prancer or Vixen or Comet Cupid. Let me see if I can name them all. Comet Cupid, Comet Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, uh, Vixen, Blitzen, Vixen, and what is that? How many is that? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting off. Dasher. I forgot Dasher. Dasher. Donner. I don't know. On Comet, on Cupid, on. I don't know. You guys would know better, right? You'd know better. I can't seem to remember. But, I mean, it's like ever since Rudolph came around. And I read the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, how he came into being, and it was actually a marketing ploy for a little I don't want to say little, like a department store in the 1940s or something. This guy came up with, he was like working for marketing, and he came up with this story about so this one here I'm not going to use, right? So I just wanted to show you that's what it would look like. And I got hand cream all over it. So we're going to just put that in my scrap box for my friend Christine. So we're just going to take this card and we're going to fold it right in half. And if you want to get a nice sharp score, which I do, I use my little, this is just a scraper. You can use anything. And there is my card. So let's put together these little pieces that we have. We're not going to put on, where's the brown? There's the dark brown. Oh, it's on the bottom. We're not going to put on, we're not going to put on the vinyl until the end because it's really just an embellishment, you see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do this without, because of my finger. So for this edge, I'm just going to use a little bit of a little bit of tape. I want to try not to use as much glue because I don't want it to come squishing out. And by the way, all of this cardstock is from, I think it's from Cricut, that I've amassed over the years. But except for the white is the 8.5 by 11-inch cardstock that we use from the other guys because Cricut doesn't carry them. So here we go. Now I use this to get the edge of this off because it's so much easier. This is double stick tape. If you want to know where I got it from Amazon. I did post a bunch of my links. If you look on YouTube in community tab, you'll see there's a bunch of links. I think I posted that on Sunday. All right. And then here we go. All right. So this is going to be on here, but I need to tamp down these antler pieces. So I'm just going to use a little tiny bit of glue. I don't want a lot of glue coming out. So then I'm going to place this on top when I'm ready. There. Okay. I'm just going to press down here where that glue was. But you see, it didn't come squishing through because I didn't put a whole lot there. Now for the piece that we need to be careful of. So this piece, it's very floppity, but it's going to go right on top there. You see that? So what we need to do, turn it over like this. And we're going to put very little, but just a drop, really go lightly on this in all the places where they might lift on the front of the card. And if you have to turn it over to see where that's going to be, then do that. But this is what I do. See, look at this. I need a little bit of glue to hold these pieces on, but I don't need a lot. This is like teeny tiny, very tiny droplets. And if you want to get these, I got them on Amazon. I think they're like $4, and you can put any glue that you want in there. That some glues, like basic glue, like craft school glue, whatever, might be too thick. So if you're looking for a good glue, I would check on Amazon. Cricut doesn't make a liquid glue yet. Maybe they will someday. I don't know. But anyway, Cricut doesn't make one. So it's sort of up to us to come up with a good solution to that. And mine varies. My favorite is one that's called Art Glitter Glue, but during the cold months, because it's in, I think it's in Arizona, during the cold months sometimes it's difficult to find this glue because it can't freeze. You have to be very careful not to freeze it. Okay. Now work a little quickly because you don't want it to start to dry, but it's okay if it dries a tiny bit. And I'm going to lay this on right here. Make sure I'm getting it right. This is where you're going to want to be right, is up here in the antlers. And then just press down. It helps also if you turn it upside down and press like this with your hand. Okay. So now we have the front of our card done, but we want to check and make sure we don't have any of this. This is sort of a lift. So I'm going to very, very gently lift up those lifts and put a little bit of glue on there. Now, look it, you don't have to do all this, but my feeling is if you're going to do something, do it right, and if you learn a little trick, then you can explain to everyone, this is the trick that I learned, because you do not want this glue to come out. And let's have a look again. So I think this is pretty well set on there. The glue needs to adhere a little bit more, but while it does, we'll take our vinyl. And so here's the vinyl that we have. So there's the little collar, and I'm just taking it off kind of like a sticker, and I'm going to place it right on the gold, just like that. See that? And then I'm going to take it off. And I decided I wanted it to be sort of with a little bit more neck showing. So I placed it right on there. Now I go back for my nose. And that's what I mean. I did not need the strong grip tape. So there's the nose. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. She thinks I'm cute. I mean, I love Rudolph. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, why not? Let's get some equal action. It started off with Rudolph being the one that was left out. Now he's the one that gets all the attention. I don't get it. Why can't we be middle of the road here, folks? And appreciate all of Santa's reindeer. It doesn't always have to be Rudolph. Why? Because he had the red nose? Okay, well, the other ones had what? Black noses? I don't know. Clearly, I'm upset about this. This is a long thought about problem for me. uh, oh, she thinks I'm cute. Remember from the TV program where they put like let's see, I don't know if it's the coach or the dad or something takes and puts like mud on Rudolph, and then he talks like this because his nose is all stuffed up, and then he meets his girlfriend there. What's her name? Did I put this on the right way? Yeah. So I'm putting double stick tape on the front of the card, and now I'm going to try very hard to get this on here. I did it kind of wrong. So I'm going to. Is it Delilah? What's the name? Holly of his girlfriend. Do we know? Is it Tracy? Clarice. Okay, Clarice. Of course it's Clarice. Now, I'm a little disappointed. Look at this. I'm a little disappointed. I should have made this base card using the original, but I didn't. So I am going to try this again. And what I might have to do, I'll go back to the drawing board on my file, but I do not like this. So I'm going to just take this off. I'll go back on my file and change it. In fact, we can go and do that right now. Ooh, look at that. We can do that. But you see what I mean? It's a different kind of a rounded corner. I was thinking it was going to be fine, but it's not. And again, we're just trying not to put a lot of glue, but to get all of our parts rounded, okay? Right? And I just want to take this glue off. I do not want to get any glue on the green because it stains it for some reason. This green, by the way, is from the holiday pack that we all bought out. It's from that. So there you go. All right. So there's our card. Now let's go back and change this. All right. Oh, I wasn't looking at the comments. So if you were on Facebook and you said you wanted the card, can you tell me again? Yeah, I did. I just picked up the red and put it right on there like a sticker. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I want to change this. You see how this is like this? So let me show you how I do that. All right. So I'm going to take this square. I'll duplicate it because I still need that, right? I'll make sure that it's 5 by 7. I have to undo it. Then I'm going to turn it white because that's where our white was. So we'll add it, turn it white. And I'm going to duplicate it. All right. And now let's move these guys over. Now I'm going to put these two together so that they're touching, but just barely. See that? They're barely touching. So, and then I'm going to select them both and do align bottom. That's going to straighten them out, a little more precisely than I can do by hand. And then I'm going to slice it. Now I did it wrong because I wasn't supposed to slice it. That was dumb. So I'm going to go back using my back button and not slice it. I'm just going to put these two together, and then I will do a line bottom, and then I will weld. So I'm going down here to combination and choosing weld. Now, when it welds, it takes away that cut line. So I do need to put in, so we'll take this and let's have a look at how this looks. Arrange this to the front. And you see, yeah, it's slightly different the way that that's curved. So let's take off. Oops, I duplicated it. What am I doing today, man? All right, I'm going to detach my text, and I'm also going to detach my score line. Here's the score line. I can get rid of this. Okay. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this score line up here, and I'm going to choose them both, hit align center. That centers them up. Then I'm going to hit attach. That's the paper clip. Then I'm going to take this, and if it goes behind, all you have to do is do arrange, bring to front. Okay, so here you go. Christmas time is here. Hope you have a good one. And now we'll select this and hit attach again. So now when we go to put this, let's change this, arrange it to the back. All right. When we go to put this on here, just so you can see, there might be a little tiny bit that shows, but it is better than the other way, right? If that makes any sense. So you might have a little tiny bit that you could just do what I did and then just sort of take your scissors and cut it off, but you will still have this on here. I'm pretty sure that's how I would correct that problem. Okay. Penny should win card for knowing reindeer names. Penny knew all the reindeer names. Um, Penny knew all the reindeer names. All right. Penny gets the card. Penny, gonna. Okay, so if you want a card today, I want you to try this for me. Send me an email. Don't worry if you get it wrong, okay? If you've sent me emails before to Miss Rita to the rescue, the new email for just for giveaways is called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita, and it's MISS. Okay. Cricut Chat with Miss Rita at gmail.com. And when you send me that email, you can tell me anything you want to tell me. I got the lovely, it actually made me cry. I got the loveliest email from Barbara Williamson yesterday about how she feels about me. And I was just like, Barbara, that's so nice. I didn't respond, but it was just lovely. She won a card. Anyway, she made sure that she told me what card she won, and also she gave me her address so that I can send that to, so that I can send it out to you. So that's my card for today, and I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm a little tiny bit disappointed in the white. I suppose I could get around it by making this top. Yeah, see, I'm always making changes. That's what I love about Design Space. I can cut it out, have a look at what it. This is what artists do. You know, crafters just follow a set rule. An artist does their own thing that feels good, and they might start out with a pattern, but then they turn it in. So if you're like cutting stuff out and you're like, it's not as good as Rita, don't worry about that. I've been doing this for years, guys. So that's how I've learned it. So let's see. Tomorrow. What's up for tomorrow? Let me just move this over here. Make this part of this. Okay. So let me show you what's up for tomorrow. So today and tomorrow are going to be kind of crazy for me. So I had to start early on Wednesday. I have a couple. My nose is stuffed up. I don't know why. I have a couple of events, private, like what do you call them? Public, not private, local events, and they are let's see, I have to go for dinner, and I was invited to a cocktail party. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm not really a cocktail drinker, but I might pop in there. And then I have to go to labs. Today I have to go to labs, and tomorrow I have to get my infusion of Zometa. So I had to start early on tomorrow's project. So let me show you what it is, because I already started thinking about it and coming up with different ideas. It is a card from Anna Griffin that is also snowflakes, but it's a bunch of snowflakes, not just one big giant snowflake like that we've had before. So I'm going to type in here AG, because that's my code word for Anna Griffin. And it doesn't show it. AG layered snowflake. What did I save it as? Huh. All right, let's go. Here it is. Anna Griffin. Oh, see, now I'm getting all fancy. I used to just do AG, but I saved it as Anna Griffin 2023 Happy New Year Snowflake card. So this is what we're going to do tomorrow. Now, you do not need to make a lot of people say, like, I don't send out New Year cards. You don't need to. You could change this up. I just put this 2023 Happy New Year on there because I get so delayed in my card sending that I have to go, is it okay to send a Christmas card after Christmas? I get all weird like that. These are the things that keep me up at night. I don't understand why it keeps me up at night. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Oh, right. Medicare supplement thing closes tomorrow. So if you want to make a change, um definitely. Okay. Anyway, so I get my card sent. Now, my feeling is a card sent late is just as great as a card sent on time. So I just figured I would start making Happy New Year's cards. By the way, for those of you that were looking for calendars, I have asked Cricut about that, and I haven't received a response, but they usually post two or more calendars. Let's try and see. We'll just go to images, and let's go to image sets, and we'll type in 2023 and see what happens. Nothing. And if you type in calendar, you will get the older calendars and you'll get the anytime calendars, but I want 2023 and there's no 2023. What are we going to do? I got to talk to them again. I'll mention it again. Oh, by the way, Gail with the Y, Miller, the letter D from the 3D is fixed now. I don't know if I told you that, but it is fixed. Okay. So tomorrow will be the Anna Griffith Snowflake New Year's card. And today was the Deer card. And if you did win, we're going to try out my new email address, which is Cricut Chat with Miss Rita at gmail.com. Thank you all for coming today. And I will see you again tomorrow. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but Penny, you're going to send me an email, right? And you're out of the hospital now? Oh, wow. Marlene, I'd love to see that. Marlene's talking about an adorable calendar that she made that looks like a vase. Was like in a vase, just cutest. Well, we could make our own. Maybe we should make our own. I don't know. What do you guys think? We could go into the 2022 calendars and just change them around. We did that with these calendars. See this seasons calendars? I loved this one. It was so much work. I wish that we could get it so that it is. Yes, that's right, Sandy. Oh, okay, good. I'm so glad you're back, Penny. I've been praying for you. Um, but yeah, no, I haven't seen any 2023 yet, but maybe we can kind of work on that. I don't know. Maybe that'll be next week. Okay. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for coming, and I will see you tomorrow. That's also from that show. this, right? Isn't it? He thinks I'm cute. And then he's tomorrow, tomorrow. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Where is that? Is that one? It might be a different one. All right, you guys. You have a great day. And oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad. That's from no, Annie is tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. That is Annie. Oh, I'm getting all my characters mixed up. What is wrong with me? All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.